In order to preserve the dignity of our commencement ceremony, we respectfully request that all guests refrain from talking or calling out, and that you take crying children to the lobby. We also ask that you do not take pictures or videos or leave your seats. Professionally produced videos and photographs will be available for a reasonable cost through the Collegiate Academy office. We understand that this is an important occasion for you, as it is for all in attendance, so please turn off all cell phones because they interfere with the sound system. As we begin the processional, please remain seated. Please stand for the presentation of colors by the Collegiate Academy JROTC, the Pledge of Allegiance read by Senior Class President Benjamin Wolford, and remain standing for the National Anthem sung by Senior Lydia Andres.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the markets at glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated.
Good evening, and welcome to the Northwest Pennsylvania Collegiate Academy 18th Commitment Exercise. We are honored to have parents, students, and guests, as well as faculty to celebrate with us tonight. We have several members of the Erie School Board with us this evening. I would ask that they stand and be acknowledged when I announce their name. Miss Angela McNair. Miss Darlene Feeney. Mr. Tom Spagel, and Mr. Tyler Titus. Also joining us on stage this evening is Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. B. Habersky, and our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Brian Polito. We sincerely thank the members of the school board and our administration for their continued support of Collegiate Academy. Please join me in a round of applause.
We were here together for just a little while. We were side by side, and I know someday that we will reflect on this and see what a special time it was. For just a little while, I've shared our voices. Just a little while, we made a difference here, and I know that through it all, these are days we will recall. What a special time it was, for just a little while.
Last year at this time, I had the privilege, if you will, to introduce Dr. Badams, who is our superintendent, and we were his last graduating class for the high schools. This year, I am happy and once again honored to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Brian Polito, appearing for the first time in a high school graduation. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Brian Polito, Superintendent of Schools.
Good evening. As I began to prepare for this graduation this evening, the word resilience came to mind quite often. Merriam-Webster defines resilience as the ability to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. Graduates, both you and your counterparts at Erie High have lived through one of the most difficult times in Erie School District history. Our financial struggles forced us to close schools, cut programs, and eliminate staff. This culminated with the consolidation of our high schools during your senior year. As you've done in the past, you stepped up to the challenge and made the best of a situation that was very difficult. You welcomed over 100 transfer students to your school, taught them about the collegiate culture, and set an example for your underclassmen to follow. I know there were growing pains and things aren't perfect yet, but this year would not have been a success without your leadership and commitment to your school. Your conduct this year exemplifies not only the word resilience, but Collegiate's motto, pride, honor, respect. I commend you all. I want to leave you with one last thought. There is no doubt in my mind that you are the brightest young minds in our community and will go on to hold positions of power in business and government. As you advance in your career, I encourage you to give back. Volunteer your time, serve on committees and boards, become active in politics. Use your growing power and influence to make your community a better place. Winston Churchill once said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." On behalf of the school board, staff, and the entire community, congratulations. We are very proud of you and look forward to seeing what you do next. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. The theme for this year's student speeches is a quotation from Henry David Thoreau. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Our first speaker this evening is William Heminger. William is the son of Thomas and Sharon Heminger. William will attend Penn State Behrend to study software engineering. William has been a member of the Wind Ensemble, the orchestra, the saxophone quartet, the Tri-M Music Honor Society, and the National Honor Society. With some of his classmates, he founded the Articles of Liberty, a student-run newspaper. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. William Heminger.
Good evening, everyone. Henry David Thoreau once said, "What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals." Furthermore, poet and playwright T.S. Eliot also remarked, "The journey, not the destination, matters." But what were these two men really talking about? What goals did Thoreau believe we were all striving to achieve? What type of journey was Eliot referring to? Well, I need to look no further than the graduating class of Collegiate Academy to find the answers to both of these questions. Each one of us has our own goals and our own expectations in life, different careers, hobbies. Some of us may even want to raise families. And yet, as we begin to pursue those walks of life, we will discover that we all have the same goal, becoming successful members of society, wherever we may be in the future, whether we stay close to home, travel across the nation, or even abroad. We are all working towards prospering in whatever endeavor we choose to pursue. Now, that prosperity, that success that we are seeking is what we can get by achieving our goals, but as Thoreau states, what we become by working to achieve those goals, how that journey affects us, shapes us into new individuals. That is what is important, not the destination, as Eliot puts it. I've had the privilege of watching my fellow students around me grow while we've been on this journey, a journey that is far from over. And in the time that we have spent at Collegiate Academy, all of us have been shaped and molded. While we have been working hard to further ourselves through our educations, to keep our grades up, perhaps, we were not even aware of it. We have matured. 4 years ago, we took our first steps on this journey. Many of us did not know one another. We came to Collegiate Academy looking to get an education that would prepare us for the rigors of college. However, we got much more than we bargained for because it was at this time that the seeds of friendship were sown. In the years that have passed since then, not only have we been able to get the education that we set out to obtain, but we also formed connections with our classmates that will last a lifetime. Between all the Socratic seminars, research papers, chemistry labs, and presentations, we learned to understand each other. And it was not only the classroom discussions and group projects that enabled us to form bonds and share our ideas. There are those among us who joined student-created clubs, went on field trips, participated in robotics, Model UN, and the Academic Sports League, and yet others have joined honor societies and volunteered at events in order to support both their classmates and communities. And speaking of events, who can forget that energetic collegiate holiday, Beach Walk, where the entire student body dedicates itself to fresh air and fun. Together, through these activities, we learn to build up one another, to solve problems, and embody our school's motto of pride, honor, and respect. And I'm glad to have been a part of that journey, our journey through Collegiate Academy. But we were never alone. We have always had someone to guide us, many people in fact, the faculty of Collegiate Academy. Along with the staff and administration, these people have been our mentors during these last 4 years, introducing us to new subjects of study and giving us the tools we need to create lives for ourselves. We are so fortunate to have had the opportunity to study art and music and theater, to explore the different avenues that permit us to express our creativity. This would not have been possible without those dedicated individuals, the teachers of Collegiate Academy, encouraging us every step of the way. This journey, as I said, is far from over, and as we prepare to leave Collegiate and embark on the next leg of our trek, I am certain that a part of Academy will stay with us, because who we are is a result of where we have been and where our journey has led us. And I am also certain that we will achieve the goals that we have set for ourselves, because with our collegiate experience, we are all on the right track. Our journey continues. Thank you.
Thank you, William. Our next speaker is Noah Bongiovanni. Noah is the son of Julia and John Bongiovanni. Noah will attend University of Notre Dame in the Glenn Family Honors Program. During his tenure at Collegiate, Noah was a National Merit Scholar in the top 0.6% of the United States, captain of the swimming team, varsity letter earner, and 3-time District 10 championship qualifier for cross country, co-president and 4-time state qualifier and of the Perseverance Award for PJS, the executive in charge of the Service Committee for the National Honor Society, and an inaugural member of the Tri-M Music Honor Society. He also spent 3 years as lead pianist for the jazz band, earned membership in the National Fraternity of Student Musicians and the Steinway Society of Northwestern Pennsylvania. Qualified for first band at PMEA Festival, and played piano in the pit for numerous musical productions. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the very talented Noah Bongiovanni.
What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. If you are like me when I first read this quote, you might be surprised. What do you mean, you might ask? I did everything I was supposed to. I worked hard, I earned the grades, I'm going to college. Soon they'll hand me my diploma. The only thing I've become at this moment is a victim of senioritis. And I would not blame you for thinking this way. It has been a long journey leading to this occasion, and you deserve to celebrate it with pride. But I would not be giving you the honor and respect you deserve if I did not encourage you to look deeper. Because you see, as students of the Northwest Pennsylvania Collegiate Academy, we are nothing if we are not focused, if we are not driven, if we are not doers. I've seen this academy attitude in actions as small as showing up for class on time without any bells, or smiling at guests as they walk past in the hallway. But I've also seen that same attitude reflected when it matters most, like watching my homeroom raise well over $1,600 for charities during the penny war since freshman year. All hail the great 116, yeah, Mr. Becker. We never fail to accomplish the tasks at hand because we take very seriously our love of learning and our responsibility to become positive forces for good in this world. But I think sometimes we might take it so seriously that we fail to see the small but amazing changes that have taken place within ourselves over these 4 short years. So I invite you now, graduating class, close your eyes and picture yourself on the very first day of freshman year. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, oh goodness, freshman year, this is not going to be pretty, don't worry, it gets better from here. I'm going to ask you to play a slideshow of high school in your mind and to focus not on what you did, but on how you changed. Think of the first friends you made at Collegiate, maybe even your best friend. How has being a friend to others shaped you into who you are today? Think about every late night doing homework. How are you smarter because of those nights? How has your work ethic grown stronger? Think about a time when maybe you fell short of your own standards. What did you learn from that experience? Are you all the wiser from having learned from your mistakes? Now think about this year, this month, maybe even this last week together as a class. Have you made memories that you know you'll cherish for a lifetime? Have you discovered more about your identity in this world, about who you want to be? Have you found a new passion in life, something you want to pursue to the ends of the earth? Has your faith been tried and made stronger? Has this environment taught you something about pride, honor, and respect? How has your life been changed for the better? Now open your eyes. Look to the person on your left and the one on your right. Give them a big smile, because you stand on the brink of an amazing achievement. You have achieved your goals. But Thoreau would also remind you that the achievement itself is not so important. And he's right. In a moment, I'm going to ask the graduating class to take a deep breath and hold it, and then we're going to give a nice sigh of relief together. Ready? Breathe in. High school is over, your grades don't matter anymore. And breathe out. Now, wasn't that nice? Now, if you just gasped, choked, panicked, fell unconscious, or anything similar, again, I remind you, it's okay. This experience has served its purpose, just like all of your other experiences will. In a few weeks, classes will begin again somewhere else, and your high school transcript will become just another piece of paper. But what you will take from here is your character, your personality, your virtues and your weaknesses, your joys and your struggles. And that is something that Collegiate is proud of, I am proud of, and you can be proud of too. Now, as I read this speech, I'm aware that every sentence I add is putting more time between you and your freedom. At the same time, however, I also realize that I may very well possess the honor of being the last person to teach you something in high school. So I figured one last vocabulary word. Clinomania is an obsession with sleeping and an excessive desire to stay in bed. I know I'm ready for some time off when a diagnosis like that sounds like my only consistent summer plan. But in all seriousness, I sincerely hope that your summer vacation is full of lots of rest, never-ending sunny days, and spectacular summer nights. And most of all, that your only encounter with a summer reading list is as kindling to start up that bonfire. We've certainly earned it. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Noah. Our final student speaker this evening is Lydia Andres. Lydia is the daughter of Gregory and Margaret Andres. Lydia will attend Gannon University to study environmental engineering. She is an accomplished vocalist, in case you couldn't tell by the version of the national anthem you heard. She has been a member of the 9th grade girls chorus, advanced voice, and chamber singers, all of which she is the president. She has also performed in Once on This Island, the musical from this past spring, and in the Rudy Awards. She is a member of the National Honor Society, PJAS, and the Book Club, and she played volleyball for Strung Vincent. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Lydia Andres.
Between the 14th and 18th years of life, you embark on a quest for knowledge. Your mission, retrieve an artifact, codenamed Diploma. It appears to be a mere piece of parchment with a name written in sprawling letters, but adventurers just like you have coveted it for hundreds of years. After much research, you know how to acquire it. Ascend a flight of rickety stairs, walk the most dignified walk of your life, and shake an outstretched hand that will release the diploma. But be warned, it requires many trials, tribulations, teachers, time, and even a few tears. And it can only be retrieved by a hero who possesses the virtues of the Collegiate Academy Trinity: pride, honor, and respect. Although the name that will appear on your diploma is not Indiana Jones, and the stage that you will walk across is not the Lost Ark, our time at Collegiate Academy has absolutely been an adventure. Yes, at the end of the academic journey lies a diploma, but that diploma in and of itself is not the goal of education. It is a symbol of all the little moments and achievements made in the 4 years spent at Collegiate Academy, and it is a symbol of who we are and all that we are capable of. As Henry David Thoreau would put it, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. High school is a time for learning math, science, English, and history, but maybe even more importantly, it is a time for learning who we are. Collegiate Academy delicately disguises a lesson in self-discovery in her motto, pride, honor, respect. For example, when our school was threatened as money ran tight, we rallied together and defended the honor of Collegiate and the people within her walls. We refused to accept anything less than a stable place to learn and grow in and have the fair funds to do so. At the slightest threat towards our school, we loudly defended her honor, and like any valiant army, we weren't going down without a fight. A new passion for our education and our livelihoods bubbled to the surface, and we found a fighting spirit within ourselves. Our pride allowed us to stand up for the honor of our home away from home, and Collegiate Academy's doors remain open for those who desire a stellar education. As collegians, we respect one another as we respect human beings everywhere. Because this is a public school in a diverse city that welcomes immigrants in all walks of life, our school reflects that diversity. Our world can seem so backwards and twisted because not everyone has the fortune of spending 4 years with a group like this. By experiencing new cultures and customs, we are armed with understanding, and we are not afraid of people who are different from ourselves. This is one of the unexpected parts of our education that has strengthened our characters. If all 200 of us shared the knowledge of tolerance and acceptance with the people we meet and all the different places we end up, this world will have so much more love. So I challenge each and every one of you to fight for justice, safety, and human rights in a world that needs an army of fresh young faces with sharp minds and soft hearts. After an eventful 4 years, you all will most certainly be proud to hold that Collegiate Academy diploma. So take that diploma as your prize, but take even more pride in knowing that you are capable of speaking your mind, adapting to change, challenging yourself and others, and making an impact on this world. So do not be afraid of the unexpected turns and obstacles and the adventures to come, for they are what will mold you into a hero. Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia. Following tradition, our Collegiate Academy Keynote address is given by alumnus who spoke at last year's graduation. This year, we welcome back Mr. Michael Hyde. Michael graduated from the Northwest Pennsylvania Collegiate Academy in 2017. He's the son of David and Jean Hyde. He has an older brother, David, and two older sisters, Rose and Donna, all of whom graduated from Collegiate Academy. Michael currently attends Baldwin Wallace University's Music Conservatory in Brea, Ohio, where he studies music education. His long-term goal is to become a music educator at the post-secondary level. Michael is currently an intern in the Baldwin Wallace Community Music School and is involved in many music and education organizations. During his time at Collegiate Academy, he was president of the National Honor Society as well as president of the Tri-M Music Honor Society. He was an active participant in many music ensembles and theater production. On a personal note, when I became an administrator back in, I think it was 2006, I saw Michael. He played Tiny Tim in the school play. Please join me in welcoming back Mr. Michael Hyde.
Greetings, collegiate graduates. It was just about a year ago that I sat ready to graduate, just as you are today. I know all of you are preparing to embark on the next steps of your life, and for some, this means college, others beginning a career, and perhaps world travel or service work are your next steps. But before you begin your future adventures, I want you to consider who you want to become. Preparing for college, I had thought a lot about what I wanted to do, less about why I wanted to do it, and even less on who I wanted to become. While each of these aspects is important, I've come to believe that one should consider first who they want to become, as that will help determine why one pursues their chosen path, which then leads to what one does. So my question to you is, who do you want to become? Many of you have ideas of what you want to be: an athlete, artist, environmentalist, scientist, politician, or musician. However, your career does not define who you are. Your plans will change, you may move, start a family, and your first job will not be your last. The one thing that remains with you as you move through your life is your character. So what character traits do you want to build so that you become the person that you want and dream to be? Do you want to become reliable, kind, honest, creative? Perhaps you want to be more courageous, compassionate, or honorable. Or maybe you just want to be less of a procrastinator. We all have dreams of who we want to be, but dreams are just a fantasy if we don't take action. Therefore, create goals for yourself to make your dreams a reality. Goals will provide you with direction, and accomplishing them forms habits that shape you into who you become. Become the best version of yourself by being the most caring doctor, most just lawyer, or most studious student. I advise that you hold yourself to the same standards that you would hold others to. If you want a relationship with another person, you must be the kind of person you would want in that relationship. If you want a true friend, be a true friend. It is by accomplishing your goals and holding yourself accountable that you will stay on track to becoming your best. Therefore, consider where your current goals are directing your life. Are they focused on what you're doing now or on who you're becoming? And if you don't have any currently, then make some today. There is no better time than the present to work for who you want to be. Realize that you are what you continually do or say. If you always tell yourself that you can't or that it's impossible, then it is. But if you say that you can or that anything is possible, then you will find a way. Begin with the end in mind and seize each moment to be your best. Follow your dreams and don't let others stop or discourage you from them. Perseverance, grit, and hard work will pay off. Your best is only your best when you say it is. As we part ways today, please reflect on who you have become over the past 4 years. Collegiate Academy's graduating class of 2018. You are now ready to begin a new journey. And as you do so, consider who you strive to be, who the best version of yourself is. It is in doing this that you will begin to live out your dreams. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. So the school board director, Miss Angela McNair, will now declare this class graduated. On behalf of the senior class of 2018, Mr. Benjamin Wolford, the senior class president, will accept the diploma.
By the power duly vested in me as a member of the Board of School Directors of the City of Erie, and upon certification by the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Brian Polito, and the Dean of Collegiate Academy, Mr. Jim Vieira, that the members of the senior class has satisfactorily completed the requirements for a diploma determined by the local Board of Directors in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I hereby declare the members of this class of 2018 of the Northwest Pennsylvania Collegiate Academy officially graduated. I am honored to present a diploma to the president of this class, who represents all members of this class. Benjamin Wolford, you are here at the podium. You can come over here and get your diploma. It's my pleasure to present to you with this diploma, which certifies you have completed your high school training. Congratulations to you and your fellow class members. Thank you. Congratulations.
We appreciate that you are very proud of your student, but in the interest of fairness to all graduates whose names deserve to be heard, and to preserve the dignity of this ceremony, please hold your applause and cheers until all graduates' names have been called. Madison Renee Abbey. Devin Alexander Abbott. Logan Christoph Abersold. Ahmed Umar Abukar. Sierra Nicole Adrover. Fatima Salih Aldoumin. Sierra Elise Aldridge. Jasmine Marie Aldridge. Melva Quintero Ali. Emir Raouf Altumimi. Desiree Michelle Ambrose. Lydia May Andreso. Lily Ariane Arsenis. Samuel Jackson Arop. Ina Borisovna Babkina. Jamin Jongwoo Beck. Anastasia Bayuklin. Madison Elizabeth Ida Berry. Jessica Paul Belosiv. Christopher Anthony Bennett Stevens. Nicholas Quinn Bertone. Sean Paul Blanchette. Noah Richard Bongiovanni. Dominique Jakaya Lee Booker. Laura Elizabeth Bortz. Spencer Casey Brennan. Raymond Eugene Brothers, Jr. Joseph Vincent Bucci, Jr. Thomas James Byerly. Kelly Margaret Camage. Paul Brian Karam. Sophie Ellen Johnson Carey. Catherine Alice Carr. Tremaine Ellis Carter. Evan David Christensen. Jayla Nicole Cook. Kaylin Nicholas Culliver McDonald. Jacob Charles D'Amico. Jake Thomas Derderis. Amelia Joy Davis. Marie Elizabeth Dean. Natalie Suncia Daimel. Hai Con Don. Claire Elizabeth Donikowski. Lauren Nicole Dreyfus. Sienna Lachey Duck. Ariasia Leatrice Kiana Dunn. Helene Julia Edgett. Mara Elizabeth Elliott. Catherine Ray Ellsworth. Gage Andrew Emhoff. Aaron Christopher Earhart. Alexia Britannia Facey. Skylar Moon Rainbow Ferguson. Bria Ann Flowers. Robert Leroy Fox. Hannah Catherine Franz. Jake Thomas Gardner. Mega Gamire. Vivian Alexandra Gibbons. Colette Tamar Gordon. Christine Ann Green. Rebecca Marie Griffith. Christina Danica Gunther. Quinn Patrick Gustafson. Q Hyung Han. Max Keegan Hanrahan. Hannah Edward Harmon. Avalon Brittany Hartson. Cassie Marie Hawkins. Brittany Paige Heath. Robert James Heminger. William Thomas Heminger. Savannah Marie Henry. Jovanique Migdalia Hernandez. Jacob Michael Hodges. Julia May Holder. Danielle Denaya Holloway. Aaron Marquise Holman. Kelly Francis Huff. DeRay Micah Johnson. Dejaneir Shayana Johnson. Malia Renee Jones. Sabrina Frances Lacupo Connie. Aileen Marie Casper. John Jordan Kim. Garrett Richard Kindle. Michaela Marie King. Sonia Lynn Kissack. Anaya Kayana Knight. Ryan Martin Koschelik. Fanta Kone. Sydney Lauren Korjaneski. Amar Kershaw. Charles James Lacey. Christina Ann Lair. Alejandra Ledesma. Amanda Marie Ledesma. Mary Catherine Liska. Michael Wu Liu. Michael Briggs Loney. Anthony William Luciano. Jonathan David Mann. Adam Thomas Marzlin. Diogene Monique Matthews. Lucas Ephraim McDade. Andrew Patrick Mello. Abigail Jane Merlino. Garrett Douglas Mirsky. Karina Alexandrova Michaelitz. Dominic Anthony Milano. Alexis Erica Mitchell. Morgan Ann Mong. Kiara Francine Moore. Miranda Lynn Morales. Abigail Rose Morrow. Zachary Todd Morton. Anthony James Moses. Tainetta Shemay Muhammad. Jacob Michael Monroe. Brooke Mackenzie Naring. Jennifer Selena Natali. Kiana Renee Nelson. Joshua Douglas Nola. Jacob Michael Omer. Jesse Lewis Omer. Noah Alexander Pelletier. Peter Mighty Pence. Ian Robert Petro. Duck Huynh Pham. Allison Marie Perillo. Andrew Lawrence Polaski. Isabel Joy Ponser. Victoria Catherine Podorf. Priya Lakshmi Rathanavelu. Faith Madeline Reed. Megan Anna Reese. Dariana Diamunique Reed. Holly Renee Rickett. Janelle Ray Richter. Amaryllis Rivera. Miguel Antonio Rivera. Mason Richard Rodriguez. Ashlyn Elise Rural. Nelly Alexandrovna Rogolchik. Patricia Jacqueline Root. Ramani Diego Rosa. Cheyenne Lee Rosenik. Emily Elizabeth Rubinoski. Alexander James Rupp. David Joshua Rupp. Maggie Elizabeth Russell. Armina Sabic. Alana Clark Sable. Quentin Michael Salas. Madeline Ray Shrimper. Benjamin Joseph Semple. Noelle Marie Sins. Kara Lynn Smith. Charday Rolanda Smith. Spencer Lynn Sorensen. Devin Parker Spinelli. Alexander William Steele. Jared Robert Steiner. Riley Quinn Steves. Sierra Renee Stiller. Abby Catherine Sullivan. Randall William Sutter. Christy Ann Cesney. Elijah Jacob Tyler Temez. Alicia Raquel Tenon. Mackenzie Lynn Thompson. Autumn Marie Titus. Samantha Renee Tomlin. Andrew Reed Tepurzer. Brittany Lynn Torres. Leah Brooke Tottleben. Rebecca Eve Tottleben. Michael Thomas Chang. Emily Marie Twitchell. Cecily Ann Velez. John Mark Vieira. Heaven Rain Vibrel. David Joseph Wagner. Audrey Rachel Ward. Zachary Jacob Ware. Gregory Lewis Westfall. Olivia Marie White. Daniel Patrick Wing. Benjamin Carr Wolford. Tristan Lee Woodring. Karina May Work. Hannah Marie Young. Emily Patricia Ziegler.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in once again congratulating the newly minted class of 2018. Seniors, it wasn't that long ago when we were gathered for the senior banquet that we discussed beginning and endings, and we said that every beginning has an ending. And although we've talked a lot about leaving, really this commencement exercise is about you beginning. It's about you beginning your next journey, wherever that may be, post-secondary education, or the military, or wherever it is you choose to go. We know that you will always carry some part of Collegiate Academy with you, and we greatly appreciate that. Numerous times during my conversations, either with you or your parents or loved ones, they've often said that you were lucky to be at Collegiate Academy. They were wrong. I was wrong. We were lucky that you chose us. And for that, we will always hold a special place in our heart for you. You've been a huge part of our lives over the past 4 years, and a part of our hearts that will never, ever go away. You will always be part of the Collegiate Academy family, and I continue to challenge you to reach higher, to strive for pride, honor, respect in even the littlest things you do, and know that we are here still to support you. On behalf of the administration, our wonderful faculty, staff, I wish to congratulate you and know that we love you and that we will miss you. Once again, parents, please join me in a round of applause for our graduates. Up next will be our Alma Mater. We ask that you remain seated, audience, until the graduates recess. We then welcome parents and families to meet their new graduates out in the main lobby, and that would be the back door. Graduates, we're going to go out the side door. So at this time, I would ask you to please stand from the Alma Mater. You can find that in the back of your program.
High stands our alma mater, overlooking lake and town. High in our hearts we'll cherish her ideals and fair renown. Noble in her grace and beauty, in her service frank and free, training lives in truth and duty, honor, trust, and loyalty. We will work and fight for her honor, and we'll work and fight for her fame. We will serve her right in the world's great fight. We will ever uphold her name. For her sturdy sons are so valiant, and her maidens so kind and true. Oh, we'll carry on till the stars are gone, for Academy, the gold and blue. Oh!
Thank